Let's just play. Okay, we need to play the video. Okay. Sorry. Can you go back, please, to the beginning? Okay. Sorry for that. We're going to start all over. So the first question is what kind of business you are. And in this case, we're a yoga teacher. So we're selecting that. The second question is going to be about what kind of application do you need on your website. At the moment, we don't need it. We can always edit later. We're entering the name of the business, the location of the business, and we're asking you if you allow us to search it online. You find your business and all the information. You can see the kind of things that we already found. Now we're taking everything into account, everything that we know about you, your business, your category, everything that we learned about similar sites in your category. We're asking you a final question to understand the initial look and feel that you want for your website. We understand that you have a logo and you might need to use it, so extract the colors automatically from your website. And now in 10 seconds, we're going to see the website. So we're adding the relevant sections, header, footer, the welcome section, about section, gallery, my classes. This is of course to that specific business, right? It's tailored to that specific business. And here's your website. All your content is already inside. And now if you'll choose one of the sections and decide to change the design, you can see that you have different options for the same content. So just different layouts. You can stop here. So this goes another minute, and pretty much in three minutes we build that website from scratch. So the first problem that I mentioned of not having enough time, we solved that. The second issue is what kind of content do I need, because I'm not a writer. And our solution is really to create unique content for each subcategory. But first, what it means content, because it goes a lot more than just text. So if you think about your website, you have different pages on your website. In each page you have sections. That's what we call the type structure. And here you have an example for one page. So you have a header and footer, and you have different sections that are going there, from the welcome and products and about and everything that you need for that specific subcategory. So that's the first part of content. The next is copy or text. That's the actual text. Here you see the text changing in the welcome, but basically you have tailored text for each one of those sections. You have media, so you have images and videos and galleries and everything that makes your site even cooler. You have the look and feel, which is all the colors and fonts and style and spaces. And I'll talk more about that in a second, but this is really between content and design. And the last part is really the functionality. So we're not building only setting website, it's fully functional website. This means that you can sell your products online, your services online, your blog, everything, all the relevant apps are already integrated that you can add. And this is something that we're doing for thousands and thousands of different subcategories. From DJs, to musicians, to lawyers, to bee farms, to graffiti removal services, right? We have thousands of them. The next one is that, I'm not a designer. How can I ensure that my site looks beautiful? And this is really the core of ADI, where we offer stunning design options for the user content. Basically what ADI is doing, it adapts itself to the user content. So our user content is really important for us, so we put that in the center, and ADI knows how to adapt the layout automatically. So let's take this one section as an example. This is a user section, so you see there an image, you see there a title, a paragraph, and a button. Only 4 elements, right? It's simple. But already those 4 elements, there are thousands of different ways of how to actually put them on the page. So ADI knows how to calculate them, remove those that are deemed not stunning, rank them in real time, and let the user select whatever they want based on their specific content. So with one click, you can see more and more, and of course there's a lot more for the same kind of font. Here's another example where ADI changes automatically the layout based on what the user enters. So the user starts with a short word and then it becomes longer. What ADI is currently doing is in real time measuring every pixel on the page. So it takes different parameters into account, from the length of text and the font size and the font type, and padding, which is between elements, and kerning, which are basically gaps between the characters in a word, media proportions, media size, and many, many other parameters into account, measures them, and knows how to adapt it automatically. Here's another example where users start with this layout, add more text. ADI understands that you might get to the ugly zone and changes the layout for you automatically. Here's another cool thing that ADI is doing. You upload your image to a section like this. Usually this is how it looks like. But ADI understands what you're trying to do, understands that there is a certain object in this image, and knows how to crop it automatically for you. Coloration is also a very big thing and super important. And you can use your own colors, you can extract the color from your logo. You can have recommendation based on the subcategory. We have more than 300 million harmonized palettes for you to choose from. This is just an example of this specific section and 4 colors, and you can see how it makes the site different. And this is just one section, right? So you can start with something small as changing, the button and make it very subtle, the button and the title, and it can get to a more aggressive design where it's actually washing the whole section. And this is an example of how we are doing it across, for instance, in this case, 4 sections and 6 colors. And you can see how it really impacts the feel of your website. Another thing that we're doing is we are optimizing it for readability. In this case, the users selected specific colors. We understand that it's hard to read, and we know how to make small changes while keeping your main color intact, and make those small changes until we're getting to something that is readable and looks good. Another thing that we're doing is we're trying colors from the logo. So here is an example where we start from the logo. We cluster the main colors there, we extract them. We understand what they are. Then we check if certain colors are too similar and then they're not going to look good on the web page. We made small changes, and finally we're choosing a palette for you. So the third problem of not being making sure that your site is stunning, that's checked. The next and the last one is how can I actually do it myself, because I'm not techie. And here I'm just going to show you just a few examples of the kind of easy to use user experience that is built on top of everything that you saw. So you already saw this, but I want to show it again, how you can select a layout, a section, and then change the layout with one click. So everything that I mentioned, all the different permutations and options that are available for you are happening behind the scenes and in real time with one click to make all the difference. And of course, this can also happen mobile. So your mobile is optimized from the get-go once we create your site, but then you can go inside and make the same kind of changes with the same user experience that you're already familiar with. Another cool thing is animations. You want to make your site very cool with animations. You can choose the kind of animation and automatically we put it across all your website in the right kind of way. Also, we have a Smart Assist. It's an assistance layer that is built on top of ADI. This means that you can build your website and change it manually, or you can use the assistance and choose the right kind of functionality that you want to do. And ADI either guides you, or you can actually do it yourself, or ADI can actually do it for you. In this case, for instance, you want to change the theme of your website, and ADI is asking you if you want it to happen automatically with your assistant, and this is what you see. ADI is selecting a new theme. Here's another example where ADI scans the site at the time. You just publish your site, but it identified that you have an unlinked button on your site. So it directs you to the right location on the site, where you can either hide the link or link it. And this is one of my favorite things is actually to look at what our users are building. So here is just a handful of websites that were built using ADI out of more than 7 million ADI websites that were already built. So here you can see an online luggage store. A meditation center. Disaster relief organization. A home stylist. And of course there are a lot more. So now that you understand how everything works behind the scenes, let's see how everything comes together. Switch gears now and we talk about Wix code.